Hi Cancer, welcome to your October 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from Astrology.com. This month we're going to talk about two moons that are a little bit precarious, going to bring about a lot of tension, especially related to home and family for you, related to career, arguments between you and another relationship. I warned all of you guys last month, I think, most signs about these two moons that are coming up. The first one being October the 5th. It is the harvest moon. It is going to take place at 12 degrees of Aries, and this is going to square Pluto. So this is going to be about some sort of matter related to an ending with your career, or perhaps something, where you've stayed behind to work on something and a partner has gone ahead to do something else. I feel like there are going to be some arguments there, definitely related to your career field with your partner. And this could set off, this old cardinal cross energy that's been taking place over the last 7-8 years or so. And so this is going to really project you to light a fire underneath yourself and to move forward with certain matters, perhaps even related to home and family or legalities by October the 19th with a 26-degree Libra new moon, and this is going to oppose Uranus. So something is suddenly going to come up from your career, something suddenly perhaps to involve a move, moving your home, moving out of your home, something like that. There's definitely something that needs to be worked out there with the balance of home and family and career, your place in society, your reputation, your title, as people would see you. So I don't know if you have certain situations that are coming up where you're arguing with a partner about maybe your location, maybe your career field, maybe about the status of your relationship, but that is all coming up in October. Now, I've done this a little differently this month. I've went ahead and laid the oracles out for the underlying emotional factors here, but I've added the Sibyllus here, and we're going to take into events the Sibyllus here with events and characters as they would play into these emotional factors. And I'm also going to clarify with the tarot. Now, Jupiter is going to be entering your 5th house of children on October 11th. I didn't want to forget to say that. And this is really going to bring about another year for you to have great opportunities with romance, with children, with expanding your home and family base as far as children are related, and just feeling this very light-hearted feeling. The 5th house really brings us a lot of joy, a lot of abundance and joy, and a lot of romance. Think back to the year 2005, 2006. Did you start a new relationship then? Did you have a new child then? What matters really circulated around you to give you a very buoyant, hopeful feeling in life, because that is coming back to you in October. Now, when Jupiter first enters a sign, because it only, moves back to the same sign every 12 years, we only get this opportunity every 12 years, it could feel a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you're in a new romance. It may seem like it's a little risque, there's a little danger involved in it, that type of thing. Could be a lot of travel back and forth, all of those types of issues there that come with Jupiter. And so it may not seem like a blessing or abundance at first. It may seem, very different. If this is a child-related matter, which the 5th house also covers, then, it could be you getting used to being a parent, getting used to being a grandparent, or maybe some of you have family members moving into your home and they have children and you're getting used to that idea also. And it seems a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning. But no, by the time next October rolls around, you're going to be in the throes of a joyful celebration, either in romance or children. But it doesn't have to be this great, overwhelming feeling like you're winning the lottery. This feeling is really going to infuse your consciousness over the next year. So give yourself time to really enjoy it and to make the right decisions with it, because again, this energy only comes around every 12 years. So in looking at the underlying emotional factors, Cancer, I feel like there are a lot of family-related situations in which you need to use your instincts. You're trying to make a decision here. I feel like things are changing in your family, and there's a sense of vulnerability, and there's also a sense perhaps of loss or letting go. There's a sense here of change and of really trying to find out how all of this is working together for a reason. There's a need to catch your breath here. Some of you may be dealing with illnesses with children related to the spinal cord even. related to issues within the bloodstream. So watch your children for that type of thing. Too much air in the chart just came to mind, and that is when there is a nervous system condition that takes place. This could be a genetic factor. It could also be something viral here that is unfolding. So do watch your children by that full moon, October the 5th. And I feel like for some of you, for some reason, all this is happening by that time. So that's a very precarious situation that I just got, that some of you need to really pay attention to. I feel like a lot of you have been waiting on this new situation with your home and family. I feel like there's been a sense here of loss. There's also a sense of good fortune here. Like this is a situation perhaps with children even that have come forward for you to really deal with. And this is happening for a reason, because there has been such a sense of loss here. Make sure that you use your instincts, especially in sexual related situations. I feel like there's vulnerability and change here. May put off one relationship until a different time. This could be with an older relationship. For some of you, I feel like there's a lack of stability within some of your relationships, and some of you are in third-party relationships. Some of you also have problems with alcohol. Definitely here we have the Tower in the center of your reading, Cancer. That tells me that something very disruptive is coming forward that is bringing tears and could relate to the change. This wind here is just really blowing the fire, the change in all different directions here. And I feel like, it's almost like a mistake. I feel like there was a mistake or a loss that is taking place by September the 5th. And I feel like it is something that you were not expecting. I feel like by the full moon, you're going to be traveling. You're going to be rushing in somewhere in matters related to children, because we have the Five of Cups here also. This could also be about your relationships. Perhaps disappointments, where disappointments and loss had been in past relationships. Now you are going to begin moving forward there. Why is the Tower here? Let's ask, why is the Tower here? And this is talking about with children. Children and past relationships here. And it's saying to use your instincts. Use your protective instincts here related to children. I do not feel like this is a simple warning, Cancer. I feel like this is something that you need to move forward with quickly. I feel like there's going to be some waiting here before you're going to see this change. I feel like there's someone needs medication, or there's something here. Something has been added or stirred to the pot regarding an older female even. But I'm sorry, the Hanged Man is reversed. So this is no more waiting. So what I want to say is, I feel like some of you, this is a reunion. This is a reunion with a past relationship, and you're not willing to wait any longer. For some of you, this is about perhaps even the birth of a child and not being able to wait any longer. For some of you, this is dealing with matters related to children, where some of you have had to catch your breath in these matters, or there's a pregnancy or something like that involved here, where maybe perhaps even the birth of a child here is being facilitated. For some of you, this could be with a grandparent, perhaps a female, or perhaps this is the grandparent of the child. But I feel like emotional and financial security are important here to meet the needs. I do feel like everything happening for a reason is to promote a happier and healthier home and family for you. There has to be a better sense of, in a relationship, of give and take. And I feel like some of you are wanting to walk away from a certain matter. Some of you are wanting to walk away from matters related to marriage and matters related to relationships that are no longer working, like as if you guys have become enemies in some way. The feeling of vulnerability here is the fact that some of you are resisting change, and there are financial matters that would have to come up perhaps in a court-related situation. I feel like this is going to call for a lot of networking. All of these events with children, with endings, with past relationships, there has to be a lot of networking even. And there are new ideas about monies that have been previously invested here. Things that perhaps you couldn't see. And this is related to children. And I feel like this is really going to get the ball rolling by the end of October here, where you're going to have to go and face some of these issues where maybe you feel like you've tried a lot of times before to rectify these situations, and now you're going to have to move forward and face these situations. You're going to have to face the dragon related to children and your relationships, even past relationships. See why this waterfall is here. Conflicts in groups, especially related to a mother figure or someone offering love. This is maybe about a public announcement or something like that. High Priestess is reversed. It says the truth is coming to light about deceptive people that perhaps have been taking money or the harvest or abundance, or they are reaping the awards of a finality, and there's a feeling of being disrespected, or someone has been disloyal. There's a feeling of being stabbed in the back here, related to family situations where you feel like something wasn't handled exactly right. Yeah, the person who holds the purse strings, the male who holds the purse strings, we have the female that holds the purse strings. There's disruption between the two of them. There are secrets that are coming to light, and there's also a feeling of illness within the family. This is you walking away, sneaky behavior, deception. And this could relate to financial security within home and family. Also, Cancer. So I'm going to clarify with a couple of cards, and I'm going to go. Make sure you watch your children. I feel like this is all unfolding as part of everything that has really, began July, August, where some of you are trying to decide to let go of relationships. Some of you are holding on for the financial security of home and family. Some of you are working on child support matters. Some of you are working on pregnancies and the need to watch a pregnancy, someone who is pregnant, the need to deal with births happening within the home, or to, prepare yourself in case of a miscarriage or something like that. Or some of you are just feeling perhaps even left out in home and family and child-related situations. And if so, I feel like you are the main male in the situation. But this is you who feels, perhaps like you are waiting on something to unfold. Like you're waiting on the birth of a child in order to move forward with something. Or you're just trying to see how it's all going to come together even. Final outcome here for Cancer. I think some of you are going to be going on a trip. I feel like things are upside down with family, though. There are some moments of despair here that you're going to be dealing with in the month of October. I'm sorry, Cancer. I wish I had better news for you. But just try to, again, protect your children. Try to keep everybody's emotions and feelings in mind. Know that some things are going to take time, but I feel like there's some truths coming out here. And I feel like some people are throwing caution to the wind, and they're just like, here I am in all my glory. This is me, and this is the only thing left that I have to offer, and this is what is going to happen. And I feel like there's just going to be a lot of truth unfolding, actually, going into November even also. But I do see some happy family moments here. I just feel like some of this is like superficial, and that there are situations here, third-party situations here. Again, Cancer, I've been seeing it for you for a long time, especially you Cancer males. And you really have to try to gather all the data about a situation. And I feel like that's what you're doing in October. It may seem like you're being disruptive and disloyal, but I feel like you just can't make up your mind still in the month of October. But things are going to change. Truths are going to come out. Victory is going to be had. The waiting period is going to be over. You the best in the month of October, Cancer. Take care. Hey guys, thank you so much for your views on my CH Astrology channel. I enjoy talking with all of you, chatting with all of you. I've enjoyed doing all the private readings with you. I have been just inundated with readings and have got caught up just a little bit. So I wanted to remind you to take advantage of that for the holiday season. $45 for 45 minutes, private YouTube reading. Only you have that link. You can ask me up to 3 questions. You can add any information like your sun sign, your lover's sun sign. You can ask, about lunar events, what's going to happen at this new moon or this full moon, if you want a more astrological influence in the reading. My readings do project to about 6 months. I'll leave them up on my YouTube channel for about 6 months, so you can take advantage of downloading them through your own personal resources. But again, thank you so much for your support of my channel, and I look forward to seeing you, talking with you soon.